with your thumbs. And then you're also going to do right against the scapula.
You don't go all the way down though?
You do. I'm just not doing it because I showed it yesterday. So I'm actually just trying to get to the glute portion of it. You can work from one side of the body, going up. You can work across the body, but it's all compressions and rocking the whole time, okay? Now, anytime you go from one area to the next, you always have to do some kind of connection. So, if I'm going to the glute area, I'm gonna have one hand here and one hand on the glute before I start, and then I can even go here, okay? And this just shows the connection between them, okay? So you always want to have that. So here, actually I like my feet, so I'm gonna do it this way. But here I can do the rocking from the kneeling position if I choose to. I can use my forearm and do the rocking with my forearm. I can even roll my forearm if I choose to. Or, my favorite, is I can place both feet here and rock it. I can bring up the foot, flip it over. Now I can get into those deep rotators. I also have, sorry, I'm slipping off of you, I have this area that I can get, which is my IT band. But it also is one of your meridians. So you can do 5 points going down that. Remember, points we do twice. Compressions we do 3. So, if I wanted to, since now I'm on this section, if I was doing the compressions, I could even do them like this. And now bring it down completely to.
So when you're doing those, does it matter which way you do the compressions? Like if you're doing those deep strokes, like towards the heart, away from the heart?
Yep, it's because it's just going, you're just penetrating down. You're just perpendicular.
Well, I didn't know if like you were still like working this stuff.
Mm-hmm. Here, I can bring up this leg, do a nice little stretch up, come around, and now I have both legs. I can technically bring both legs up now.
Oh, that feels good.
You do compression for at least
Now,
10 seconds, right?
I can do compression right here. What?
Do you hold it for 10 seconds when you do
2 to
compression?
10 seconds.
2 to 10.
But it's just a nice little rock.
Because of course it goes with their breathing.
So if
And
you're
like I
doing-
said, on the extremities, it doesn't have to be, you're going to pretty much have their breathing for your rocking. But if it's not completely their breathing on the extremities, you're pretty safe because of the fact that you're not trying to go against the rib cage at that time. Here, right at basically where we would normally do for like plantar fasciitis, you're going to do a point right there. Then you can do 3 strips, 3 points going down the feet. So 3 lines of 3 points. Basically going from the heel to the ball of the foot. Now I can bring this leg up and come back over here. Now I connect this to here, and so now technically I can come in here and get this section because I didn't get that section yet.
If you were holding the compression for like more than just your rocking back and forth, would you just like come forward and hold it?
There's
and then
certain,
rock back?
hold on one second. There's certain things that you can do that can hold, because technically, if you guys all recall from your acupoints, we could do, we can hold it up to like 2 minutes, 3 minutes if we chose to. But really, those are normally your acupoints that we're gonna hold longer. Hold on one second. And I'll show you one.
Would you always use 3 different ways of compressing, like your forearm, your hands, and then your feet?
It's completely up to you. Just remember, you have to make this an hour and a half.
Gotcha.
Technically here, it'll be an hour and 15 minutes. What?
I was like an hour and a half for that. Oh my gosh.
But you're seeing the condensed quick version too. Because technically, hold on a minute. Since I didn't take as long as I was afraid I would take.
You mentioned the ball of your foot?
The heel.
Okay.
hmm
Okay.
But, so here is where I would end and I would actually do my stretches. I'll show you the stretches in just a second. Here, I'm sorry, I'm going to try not to press so hard because I'm not going to be following your hara. Remember, you can grab the hara here, okay? So you can remind yourself what that rocking is, like what rocking works for them. Here, you can come in and like I would do 3 compressions going down. Once I do that, I have to do it 3 times. Now I may do one and I could do one and do 5 times. I could turn around and then do one 7 times.
Are you moving your hands farther apart?
Now, down here I kind of typically do, but that's only me. I'm sorry. I don't know. But, so now I'd come in and grab,
Like the dragon mouth?
this is the baby dragon mouth, yes. On either side of the spine. Someone has a tender area. Technically at the sacrum area, you got 3 big points that you could go here, here, and here. And you can come back up. Now, I would do these points again. And like, you could do it this way. Whatever feels comfortable to you guys. Technically, I could come in this way. So I did that twice. Now I'd come out about 2 fingers from the spine. And this one you typically, well, this one you can still go almost all the way down. Someone has erectors that need done. Look at her all tickly. So now I would do that one more time. Okay, now I come out 4 fingers, which should be right at the scapula range. Now, if you notice you're having trouble with getting, with going with their breath, especially with the palm section of the hand. One, if you ever lose your spot, you can do this. This is going to give you back your hara, okay? Come to the side. I can come from here. And yes, I did come out.
So the typical compression is only going to be like that 1 to 2 seconds.
Mm-hmm. That 10 to, yeah.
'Cause
2
if you
to
hold
10 is what you typically go by.
You're gonna go a couple breaths if you do it more than the 2, right?
Here, I can come across. Well, honestly, like if there's somebody that takes a nice long breath, I might be able to get 2 compressions in at that time. If they take a very short breath, I might be able to skip it and do it every 2 breaths, do a compression. Because if they have that nice shallow breath or that really fast breath, you kind of want them to relax anyways. So by doing it, here, I can even come across, do the dragon mouth. And now I can come over to this side. And you guys have books that you were given that if you want to, you're more than welcome to even look in there for other ideas. I showed this because it's not all in the book.
Not like way she's laying with her head to the side, is that normal? Like when
Yep.
you're doing this? Like what about the arms? Can you bring the arms out to like spread the scapulas out so you can get in there better?
Well, technically you're not digging. Shiatsu is just compression work. We are going to go between the scapulas, but it mainly comes with our tie. So now that I'm on the I don't typically do the forearm. I typically do the back of the arm though. And I can do compression
Why don't you do
because I typically do the forearm when I'm on
it for-
the front of the body.
Oh, because they're like.
Because I can do the pronation and supination from there. Here, I can actually grab hold. And even this isn't that typical ringing that we're used to. You grab hold of it and you roll it back. Technically, I could work this, but I don't like working this part until I get the front of the body. So here, if I wanted to, which you'll see me do with my tie, is I could technically bring in my elbow and work any of these areas right here. I can look for my trigger points. Ooh, what do you got going on? But I could work the trigger points from right there if I chose to. What I was talking about is right here,